good food. I'm also very well educated on porn now, so that's good. I have to apologize to my guests. I didn't get any cell phone reception back there, but I did get a text message that said, "Am I at the right place?" I mean, I know I have a new iPhone, but I don't know. Sorry, I don't know where you are. I really hate shaving. I don't know if you can tell. This isn't a fashion piece. I just hate shaving. But I live in Brooklyn, and everyone has beards in Brooklyn, so it kind of works out. I guess that was funny. But I do live in fear because I'm really good at growing hair, and one of these days I'm going to wake up, and this part is going to be perfectly attached to this part. Yeah. I'm going to cease to be a human being and turn into some kind of hipster werewolf. Not to start eating stray cats, pigeons and shit. It's going to be terrible. I went and saw a movie, The Master, last week with my girlfriend, and I was high as shit on weed brownies.
Oh my god.
It was really interesting. Not the movie, the hanging out with my girlfriend part. So that's probably a problem. We've been dating for close to a year now, and I've noticed a few things. You know, girls are a lot more productive when they're bored. When a girl gets bored, she'll say something like, "Ah, how about I make some brownies?" And then you got brownies, and I don't care how macho you are, brownies are pretty awesome, right? Love some brownies. But you know, when guys are bored, they're sitting around saying shit like, "What the fuck? Mythbusters is on? This sucks, what am I gonna do now?" One of those things is better than the other, I gotta say. So I was getting some coffee earlier at the coffee shop, and aside from the fact that the whole place just reeked of unemployment, I couldn't help but notice this woman standing in line in front of me who was just bouncing up and down horribly to the 80s rap song that was playing on the radio. You know, like 80s rap when all of the artists sounded like they were doing a Super Bowl shuffle? The lyrics were like, "We arrived on the bus, and then we got into a great big fuss. And this story you must trust. I'll break it down." So, that was terrible. She just bounced around, fat was going everywhere. She had to be like 45 years old. This was like a 30-year-old song. And I finally figured it out. I finally realized that white people are just that far behind on rhythm. But what I didn't get was why I was so turned on, I had to tuck my boner in my basketball pants. So I'm all charged up. I'm gonna go take a seat over at the communal table, and I was forced to apologize to this girl sitting next to me because my binder bumped into her notebook. And there was this dude across the way, and you can tell he'd been sitting there like all day long. And he just says, "I totally fucked that up." Anyway, I apologized to her, and she says, "Oh, I didn't notice anything." She smiled. And the dude across the way, who'd been sitting there all day long, says, "Well, I don't see a ring on her finger, so that must be flirtatious." Now, I was trying to be suave, and I just like kind of laughed it off. And he's like, "Hey, don't laugh at me, buddy. I know a guy who met his husband that way." And I was like, "Well, there's your first problem, buddy. This is obviously not a dude." And then I realized that I just talked myself into being gay. So I'm gay now. Gonna start dressing better, going to the gym. Gotta start coming up with creative names for my Facebook photo albums. It changed my life around. This is horrible.